hope you're having a great day. Today I want to talk about high blood pressure. For all of you who are suffering from high blood pressure, we also have videos on YouTube that have helped people reverse their high blood pressure. Of course, there are some complicated cases where it may take a little more time, but we need to understand that high blood pressure has become a silent killer. A lot of people don't know that they have silent spikes in their high blood pressure, and this, by the time they find out, they've already damaged their kidney. You know, some people have migraines, some people have constant headaches. It's a good idea to get your pressure checked at that particular point. There could be several other reasons, poor kidney function. But what we're understanding today and what is scary is the fact that if you have high blood pressure and you have diabetes and you're not managing it the right way, you are going to have CKD, which is chronic kidney disease. Most people end up having chronic kidney disease because of diabetes and high blood pressure together. It all makes sense when you study anatomy and when you look at the biochemistry of the human body. That's why we're not meant to be sick. We can fall sick, but we're not meant to be on chronic medication and not change our lifestyle and try to get better. It's extremely important. A lot of people think that, hey, I'm on my medication for high blood pressure, I'm on my medication for diabetes, I'll be okay. You're not okay. You're okay for now. It's suppressing your parameters, but you need to be making lifestyle changes that cause your high blood pressure or your diabetes. So how does lifestyle play a role when it comes to high blood pressure? And can it reverse high blood pressure? Absolutely yes. As we speak, there are so many people who have made those lifestyle changes and their doctors have weaned them off their medication to the lowest possible dose and then eventually gotten them off that medication completely. Let's start with sleep. No matter what you do, if you're sleep deprived, there is no medicine that can fix that. Sleep deprivation has a direct impact, a heavily negative impact on your blood pressure. So right up there, you know what to do when it comes to your sleep. You need to prioritize your sleep and the quality of sleep. Exercise. Why? When we exercise, it's good for our endothelial lining. What is the endothelial lining? In everyone's arteries and blood vessels, the inner lining is called the endothelial lining. When that is damaged, we have huge problems, from the formation of plaque, blockages, the weakening of the lining, the inability to produce nitric oxide, which is a natural vasodilator. What is a vasodilator? Anything that relaxes your blood vessels and allows the smooth flow of blood. So magnesium, nitric oxide, different foods that we're going to talk about helps with this, which can lower blood pressure. So it's important for us to exercise, not overtrain and not undertrain. Extremely important. Recovery, train. Recovery, train. Sedentary lifestyles will make your blood pressure worse. Sitting for extended periods of time will also make your blood pressure worse. Now, when it comes to stress, everyone knows. People say, hey, Luke, but I'm stressed. Yes, we know you are, but what are you doing about it? Everyone's stressed. There are some people who do something about it, and there's some who don't. We always think in life that our problems are the worst, but the one thing I've learned in life is there is always someone out there who has a problem worse than yours. But of course, we'll think our problems are the worst, and then we start behaving like that. But we need to understand, while there is stress in relationships, stress in jobs, stress in the world, whatever it is, what are you doing about it? Because the fact is, if you have stress-induced high blood pressure, what is next? You should thank your body for giving you the symptom. That, hey, I'm stressed, I'm in disharmony, and here's a symptom, high blood pressure, to tell you to change. While you take the medication and you have better systolic and diastolic readings, but you're not addressing the root cause, what is causing your high blood pressure, you are still sick. You are still sick. And that's why I encourage you. I'm not here to create fear for you. I'm here to encourage you that while you take the medicine, you need to address the root cause. Is it your stress? Is it your relationship? Is it your job? Is it travel? Is it your own mind that is making you a prisoner? Is your own mind becoming your biggest obstacle, your biggest enemy because of overthinking, being anxious, constantly worrying all the time? You need to do this homework, because most people, and we've done this test so many times when our patients come to us. I remember doing this way before the lockdown as well. Someone with a high blood pressure would come. Their systolic and diastolic would be about 160 by 100, sometimes 160 by 95. And we would make them sit there and do 10 deep breaths and check their systolic and diastolic. Just with those 10 deep breaths, they noticed a decrease in it. I'm not saying that pressure normalized, but it decreased, showing us the impact of oxygen, which is why your pranayama is a very powerful practice. Simple, deep breathing, belly breathing, box breathing. Anulom Vilom, your yoga practice, all of these, along with, of course, your other lifestyle changes. You can't just breathe away your blood pressure. It'll help you, but you got to make the other changes as well. So adding breath work to your daily life, 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night, in between the day. The more stressed your day is, the more pockets of relaxation you need to build in between your day. 2 minutes to take a couple of deep breaths. 6 cycles of box breathing won't take you more than 2 to 3 minutes. The point is we have time to be on social media, to scroll aimlessly, but we don't have time to make these pockets of relaxation that can play a huge role in our blood pressure. Now, coming back to foods and nutrition, of course it makes a difference. But let's talk about the salt myth. Okay, salt isn't all that bad unless you're overdoing it. You see, if you have a kidney problem and your kidney is not working the right way to excrete extra salt, you have a problem. Because that excess salt that cannot be flushed out of your body, now what does it do? It affects your blood vessels. Okay, your water, you start to retain water. Water starts to get absorbed. Your blood vessels volume starts to increase. And because the density and volume increases, it creates a back pressure. More density, more volume, and your blood pressure is going to shoot up. So yeah, we got to be careful of salt, but we don't have to be scared of salt. If we're kidney patients, of course, absolutely yes. If you're overdoing it on salt, you need to reduce your salt. But a lot of people are making this terrible mistake of going salt-free, zero salt diets. Let me tell you, this can even be fatal for you. Salt is an important electrolyte. You have sodium chloride, you have potassium chloride, you have magnesium, potassium, all of these things. You cannot go salt-free. You can have extreme damage to your body and even death. Okay, so a lot of people try to cut out salt completely and it's extremely dangerous. Anything in excess is bad for you. So when you're having packaged food, when you're having all of these salty foods out there, salt is used to make it taste good. It's always more than your body requires. So don't be afraid of salt. You need to understand it's important. What else is important for reducing blood pressure? Magnesium. So if you're eating a balanced diet with magnesium-rich foods like your green leafy vegetables, your almonds, your nuts, your seeds, or even potassium. But again, if you're a kidney patient or a heart patient and your doctor has restricted your potassium use, keep that in mind. But it's important for us to have all of our leafy greens, our nuts, our vegetables. If you're carnivore, your red meats, your organ meat, these are rich sources. All of these things are extremely important. Now, an amino acid called L-citrulline. This is a vasodilator. It's a precursor to L-arginine, which allows your blood vessels to expand. You see a lot of bodybuilders and people training, they take L-arginine to have their veins pop out and stuff like that. How does that happen? Vasodilator. More blood flow through the veins so it pops out. I'm not saying you need to do that. But I'm saying look at the precursor L-citrulline. You'll find this in watermelon. You'll find it in cucumber. You'll find it in your chana, your chickpeas, your hummus. You'll find it in pumpkin and in pumpkin seeds. So L-citrulline is a beautiful vasodilator. Now coming to nitric oxide, there are many foods, my favorite being beetroot. And again, we've done this with thousands of patients. Okay, they have a glass of beetroot juice or they eat a beetroot salad. Their systolic and diastolic starts to get better. Okay, like I said, you've got to pair this with a lot of your other lifestyle changes. But these are powerful vasodilators. You'll find nitric oxide in beetroot, spinach, lettuce, arugula, asparagus, nuts and seeds like your pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, almonds, walnuts, macadamia nuts. You'll find it in fruits like pomegranate, in all of your citrus fruits in small quantities. Dark chocolate, 70% and above, rich source of magnesium, dilates. Why does chocolate relax you? The darker the chocolate, it relaxes you because of magnesium. Magnesium is a vasodilator, allowing your blood vessels to relax, more blood flow to your muscles, to your brain. You start to feel very, very relaxed. And I spoke about meats and, of course, garlic. So it isn't a myth that garlic can help you with blood pressure, but garlic is excellent as a vasodilator and it protects the endothelial lining, which has everything to do with your blood pressure. Type 2 diabetics have to be very careful because when you have type 2 diabetes, it decreases the production of nitric oxide. So you need to make sure that you're having these foods that I spoke about to increase your nitric oxide. Extremely important. The vitamins that are important for your blood pressure is vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin E as well. So these are antioxidants which help you with endothelial function. So as you can see, your lifestyle plays a huge role when it comes to high blood pressure. It is not something that you have to live with. You need to understand the human body is giving you this as symptoms. They're warnings. You don't have to live with it. If you listen to the warning, you try to understand the root cause, you don't have to be a patient of high blood pressure anymore in most cases. Sometimes it takes discipline, consistency, knowledge, wisdom, and the belief that you can do it. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, breathe deep, and remember, you care. It's all about you.